Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carter Walker. I love talking about movies, horror movies, superheroes, and comic books. And tonight, I just got out of seeing a very late screening of the new horror film Longlegs, which is one of my most anticipated horror films of the year. I won't be having like a camera or anything for this. It's just going to be like a shorter review with just my voice because it is like 2 a.m. I really got out of a late showing and it really amplified the viewing experience for me. So Longlegs is written and directed by Osgood Perkins, stars Nicolas Cage, Maika, Monroe, and Blair Underwood. And I apologize, I don't have who did the cinematography in front of me right now because, again, it's super late. Have you guys seen Longlegs? If so, what did you think about it? Do you think it's one of the scariest movies of all time, one of the best horror films this year, or do you disagree with all of that marketing ploy? Let me know down in the comment section below and enjoy the video. I really don't want to say what Longlegs is about. Usually I like to give like a brief synopsis. Basically, it's an FBI agent tracking a serial killer. That's all I will say, and I will get right into the positives. The biggest positive I will give is just the writing and direction from Oz Perkins. It really is so tense and so horrifying, and it blends a bunch of genres together very well. It blends thriller, horror, occult, like a serial killer, detective, mystery. A bunch of those different genres and subgenres get woven together really cleanly here, and it somehow finds a way to satisfyingly pay all of those off in the third act. And the performances here are phenomenal. Nicolas Cage is going to be the one that everyone is talking about, and for good reason. He really is just transformative as the serial killer Longlegs. There's sequences in the film where even watching it, you can hear Nick Cage's voice. I've seen dozens and dozens of Nick Cage movies. I know his face, I know his voice almost better than like any other actor for some reason. He's just that iconic. And he is able to blend into the role here. He's able to disappear. Of course, there's some other prosthetics and stuff that they've really been hiding very well in the marketing. He is so good, and part of that is just his performance, his body language, his cadence, everything that he does. Nicolas Cage just goes all in. There's a few things here to where he goes like very loud and boisterous with his performance that I prefer to the quieter moments, the more like horrifying moments of his performance rather than the loud, but that's just like a tiny nitpick I had. Maika Monroe is really good here as a like socially awkward FBI agent who's very gifted. In her performance, she's very likable, even if her character is written a little strange. Her character is just a very aloof and odd person. Blair Underwood is also great here too. He's very likable as like Maika's partner. He's a great foil for her, and it may seem like such a simple compliment to give to the film, but it really works within the confines of the film, and I think that it's beautifully shot. It is very haunting. The set dressing, set design, lighting is all so well done here to where even just like looming structures in the background, whether that be a forest or a barn or a house or trees, can just give such eerie feelings and just add to the overall uneasiness of the film. This is far and away one of the most unnerving, just disturbing, edge of my seat films I've ever seen. There's not a ton of like over the top violence or gore or disturbing images. Don't get me wrong, there definitely is some, but it did a great job of keeping me on the edge of my seat or just unnerved by the inference of certain things or the performance of Nicolas Cage or just the way that Oz Perkins lingers on some shots or lights some shots was just very well done. And I would advise just going in and forming your own opinion, as I always advise. This is one movie that I definitely benefited from going in as blind as possible. I did not know anything. I didn't know certain themes or elements of the film, and it definitely added to just the overall eeriness, the overall creepiness of the film in a way that I just adored. This is one to where, while it does have a few jump scares, they're definitely not fake outs, and they are very good and very effective. And I preferred the moments of just creepy, subtle, letting that dread and fear sink in to any loud noise or sudden image that popped up on screen. And like I said, this is easily far and away, I think, Oz Perkins' best film. Most people will probably agree on that. I'm not too big of a fan of A Black Coat's Daughter or Gretel and Hansel. They just weren't for me. I can see why people would love them. For me, Longlegs is definitely more my speed, and I honestly can understand why people are loving this film so much. It does a great job of capturing the time period and also just the dread of what is going on, and it does a great job of keeping you guessing on the mystery to where I didn't really figure it out. You can tell that there may be some deeper layers going on, and maybe some really eagle-eyed viewers or people who love to like think ahead of the movie can probably catch it. I'm sure some people will. For me, it did a great job of surprising me and surpassing my expectations, but not making me feel dumb or stupid. I think there's maybe, if I had to pick a mix, there's 1 or 2 scenes near the end of the film, like one small scene that kind of confused me a little bit. It's like the climactic scene. I think just the way it played out was a little strange, a little weird. Most people will be talking about Nicolas Cage here and Osgood Perkins' direction. Overall, Longlegs is one of my favorite horror movies and one of my favorite movies in general of the year. It's a very creepy, very effective, very unsettling, and the performances and direction are strong all around. My score I'm gonna give it is honestly like a 9.5 out of 10. I really loved this film, and that's just my opinion. I think that this is one of those movies that might get overhyped for some people. They'll go see it and they'll be like, oh, I was expecting something just terrifying. I really loved this film, and while I do think there are a few things, a few nitpicks that I have, I honestly cannot wait to go see it again, and this is something I will be thinking about for a very long time. As always, guys, thank you so much for the support on the channel. I love being able to sit down and talk about one of my favorite things in the world, which is movies, and be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what movies I should check out next, and as always, have a great rest of your day.